Got the pens on.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. This is a short video update for you all. I did a long one today with my group. So this is an update. First of all, I want to address Direct Express. Direct Express, basically, everyone basically, or most of them, got their Direct Express payments for the stimulus check between April 29th and May 13th. Some people are still supposed to be getting their checks. I heard today, the 20th, it's still, I'm on the 20th clock, even though it's the 21st. Got their checks, and some I hear getting it on the 27th for SSI because it can go second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month. Same with retirement, survivors, and so forth. Also, to let you all know that checks have been going out since May 1st, May 8th, May 15th, May 22nd, May 29th, and so forth. So, basically, if you haven't got your direct deposit or your Direct Express payments yet, be patient, it will come. If you're really upset, go to informed delivery at the USPS and keep checking for Treasury checks in the mail. They're still mailing them. Now, another thing is apparently, supposedly the numbers are wrong or false. I've read some places where it said 140 million people got their payments, yet they're saying that paper checks are still going out till September 11th. So please do note that the numbers are false, okay, on that aspect, because 140 million out of 150 million didn't do that would mean that I only need 2 more weeks and payments are out. Fortunately, that's not true. Some of our people out there, like moderator Dakota, didn't get her stimulus check for her child, and they said wait till next year. The IRS is clearly having a lot of problems. So I figured I would share that with you all so people would realize not to panic, okay? Now, there's a couple other things I want to direct for paper checks, Direct Express, and direct deposit. Now, Direct Express, most of them, I believe 97% of the people that got Direct Express that did not have any child support got their checks. Now, there's a few people that didn't because of child support. Now, if you don't have child support and you didn't get your check, like one of our moderators, Miss Baker, then you might want to wait until the IRS's phones are open to find out why your checks haven't come. They're apparently going to be opening up the IRS phone lines pretty soon. So, secondly, I wanted to say, when it comes to some people now, a couple of my moderators were challenging some legitimacy, so I went to Google and Googled it, so no one thinks anything is stolen. All right. The evidence from NBC News and a couple other places state that 4 million people that have SSI might get Visa prepaid cards. Now, problem with the Visa prepaid cards is, like I was watching one other guy a while ago, prepaid cards on stimulus checks, if they brought out a second stimulus or a monthly stimulus, some of those cards could be boosted. So if you're on SSI and you're supposed to get a prepaid card, supposedly, be careful. It might be boosted. I wouldn't surprise it with the economy the way it is, okay? So that is your information for the stimulus part of things. So just keep being patient. Use keep checking Direct Express, keep informed delivery with the U.S. Postal Service. And the other thing is keep checking the IRS portal. Now, for 2 other announcements. These are big announcements, okay? 1, if anyone accuses me of legitimately stealing information, that is completely bogus. If you want to basically listen to bullshit, go somewhere else, because frankly, I'm completely legit. I go through a lot of different channels. I go through newspaper channels. I go through Forbes. I'm a subscriber to the Washington Post, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, I should say, and others, which also gave us clear picture of when payments would be going out, okay? So if anyone's throwing out false dates, that's not true, because we've been completely accurate. Moderator Kimmy, BBS, I want to say BB8, but BBS basically gave us the information legitimately. People started stealing our info because we started being with Direct Express. Now for the big announcements, okay, to make this video short and sweet. So the next announcement is the reason I haven't done any more Direct Express updates or updates on stimulus is most of the content on the YouTube channels are saturated with false information and literally utterly shit. So to me, I'm basically saying it only is I don't buy it, okay? I'm basically here to give legitimate info, and I have Kimmy and we have enough evidence backed up and backed up to back up our claims, okay? Now, the other announcement is the reason I haven't done any updated information on second stimulus is because it is dead on arrival with the Republicans. Now, the Republicans will be giving a second stimulus possibly in mid-June once they clear after Memorial Day. Unfortunately, right now, what the Democrats are asking for is too much. So, hello, Kimmy. How are you doing? So basically, like I said, if you want to go to another person's site and just go ahead and do it, because frankly, I'm not dealing with the bullshit. Okay, I don't want people basically going over on our channel with our moderators when we're doing a great stream and basically saying such and such said. I don't give a shit. Okay, if you want my information backed up, you're going to get the true information because we have a great team of moderators that provide me information via many sources that can back up and bag up everything we have. So technically, I don't want anyone to go and say, oh, but such and such says you stole the info. Well, I have my moderator, Kimmy, with me right now, and she'll clearly back me up that says our information was stolen by other fucking video users. Now, next thing. As the moderators and I have discussed via email and in live chat, we're not going to be doing any updated videos on the second stimulus until we have fucking concrete evidence supporting a second stimulus and how much, and if the disabled people, which is on Social Security, disability, retirement survivors, veterans, SSI, or railroad, are going to get it. I'm not going to basically play that game. If you guys want me to play that game, it ain't gonna happen until we have complete concrete evidence. How you doing, love? You're doing okay? So, there you have it on that part. So, right now we are focusing mostly on the pandemic, how to survive the pandemic. I will be doing some short videos soon on how to survive the pandemic, what to do during your time basically in lockdown, and how to keep yourself safe from the virus instead of sitting here basically talking about stimulus checks, okay? Like I said, the stimulus checks have petered out. Now, eventually, when the government decides to reopen everything and everyone goes back to work by force, and the virus spikes, and then they close the government again, then there's going to be more videos out there about the government shutting down and pandemic and stuff and so forth. But in the meantime, Social Security, disability, survivors, retirement, Direct Express, all that crap for stimulus is basically dead in the water. There's nothing we can do. About 95% of the people out there got their stimulus checks, okay? And the ones that haven't, it's going up tier by tier on income bracket. So if you haven't got your check, like I said, check my older videos or post a comment down below because, frankly, I'm tired of people asking me, well, I haven't got my check. What happened? Honestly, between me and Kimmy, we know, like I said, Miss Baker, one of our moderators here, does not know why she hasn't got it. It's supposed to be mailed on May 1st. She hasn't got it. Some people said they haven't got their Direct Express payment. I don't know why. Some people said they keep checking their mailbox. There's no payments either. So, frankly, I have no answers. I mean, I'm running around through the net daily trying to cultivate information to find out why some people didn't get their child's payments and others why they haven't got their payments yet. So why it hasn't been given, okay? So, and all of a sudden and all done, I don't know what to tell you, okay? But I want to make this video small, short, and sweet so everyone can get out there and realize we're trying to handle the pandemic. Before I go, one of the last things I want to say, If you're one of these Yahoo yokels that basically think you need a second stimulus because you fucking spent the first stimulus on a TV or computers or games, then you don't fucking deserve it. Me and Chloe's got our stimuluses, and we've invested in food. We've invested in shampoo, conditioner, body wash, shaving cream, razor blades, bar soap, dish soap, laundry soap, coffee, toilet paper, paper towels, food, canned meats, beans, rice, mac and cheese, boxed dinners. Everything we've done, we've stockpiled so we don't have to go out much. Tobacco, milk, eggs, salad makings. Everything we're doing by the book. So if I hear anyone say, "Oh, well, I need a second stimulus because I spent my first stimulus on a TV," then you're a moron. Now, if you can get a good deal on a secondhand TV at a pawn shop, go for it. I support you 100%. But buy mostly food, because when it's gone, that's it. I've also bought DVDs to entertain myself and some books. Why? Because, well, books are good to read. That's one of my hobbies. New Bible? Amen. God's with me. So if anyone wants to go and unsubscribe because they're unhappy that I turned around and basically stated, quote, unquote, the facts, well, so be it. You want to go through a lying, maniacal bunch of people that you're using YouTube to make money, feel free to. My videos are free. They will always be free. I'm not here to monetize. I'm here to basically give you the fucking facts and the straight answers. Now, the other thing is I will not, like I said, do any more videos on second stimuluses because we don't know if there's anything going to happen. Currently, there is nothing. The Republicans said no more. Let everything trickle down and then see. If there is anything, it might be mid-June to July, earliest. I mean, literally, and that depends on if the virus is spiking or not spiking. We all have to just sit back and watch carefully. So, Kimmy, how are you doing? You doing okay? So, and then there was one other thing I wanted to say to make this video short and sweet. Okay. Now, like I said, everyone who basically clicks on these people with set updates daily, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 updates daily about second stimuluses or this coming or that coming, it's not coming. So I'm basically laying down the rules now and saying it isn't coming. You need to focus on survival. Now, we don't know what it's going to happen. If it spikes and the government shuts down again, more likely there's going to be more money, New check? No. You know me, Kimmy. Basically, there is no new checks. People are still asking about stimulus checks, so a second stimulus. Unfortunately, there is no second stimulus. Now, I got some videos to watch tonight from Gail because it might be of an interesting concept of what's going on. Gail was talking about stuff going on with the country, of what might happen in the future. But right now is not time, So I wanted to share that with you all because, frankly, I will get my videos in order before I talk about the subjects that Gail wants me to talk about because they're important subjects, Nothing's going on, Kimmy. You missed an earlier stream. It was about 6 hours. And before that, I had one video that failed. My screen froze. So I decided to come online to do a quick video to let everyone know, hun, that I'm not liking how someone's stealing our content, love, and then turning around and basically saying we are the problem and we are, literally. So the reason I'm doing this live is, like I said, I didn't think we'd have any content in here. Moderator Kimmy is more than welcome. She's always welcome. We want to make our channel the best. I need to talk to the moderators eventually in email. One of the other announcements was I'm thinking putting together a website that talks about our channel, what we're for, and basically survival information. You okay? Yeah. Survival info. So now, Kimmy, before you ask, I'm having bacon burgers for dinner, okay? Late. Because I did a video. And then my hair is this way because I just got out of the tub. So Anyways, so the other thing I wanted to say to you all, and the big announcement was that if anyone basically keeps clicking on these idiots on YouTube, then feel free to clickbait them and basically look for second, third stimuluses and pester the government for more money. Unfortunately for me and for my moderators, they all agree. I don't know if Kimmy agrees with me, but most of the moderators agree that the content for second stimuluses and stimulus checks right now have petered out. Some people are still clicking. It's more likely they didn't get their money or whatever. I know Kimmy was looking into, like I said, the lovely Kimmy's with us tonight, looking into finding out why Miss Baker didn't get her stimulus check and why a few other people, I think, didn't get theirs either. But otherwise, we have no answers. So if you come on my channel and ask me on a live feed, where's your money? Be patient. That's all I can say. Now, like I said, the other announcement is eventually these people that have to go back to work and they're using YouTube to make money right now, it's going to peter out basically, and either they're going to basically want to stay on unemployment or they're going to get back to work, and if they get back to work, they're not going to be making new content. Right now, YouTube is saturated with too many jackasses out there making videos on second stimulus, third stimulus, fourth stimulus, the economy, yada, yada, yada. I focus on the economy and the pandemic right now. And if there's nothing I want to post on YouTube, then you ain't seeing a video. You might see me live, which is, that. I know people ask me about updates of future videos and what's going to be posted, but frankly, there's nothing. I mean, literally, all the moderators are now agreeing that there is no more stimuluses. So if you come in asking about your current stimulus, I will try to help you find out what's wrong and why you haven't gotten it. But if you're asking about a second stimulus or, other things, I don't have answers. And the final thing is, if you ask me what you're supposed to spend your stimulus on, again, I think it is pretty crappy to ask me, because I'm going to always say invest in supplies and food to get you through this pandemic. It's not going to go away. We will be watching from now until May 31st when it rolls over to June to see if the numbers match or doesn't match. So in the meantime, I ask you again, be patient. Check mail, informed delivery, check your mailbox. When the IRS phones get up and running, I will post a link to them being up and running, and so you can call IRS, find out why your stimulus check isn't coming. In the meantime, my theory is because they want everything trickling down, which is about $500 billion, then they're delaying it on purpose. So for some of you out there. So I hope I covered all the topics tonight. I do want to say I hope you guys enjoy yourself, and basically, I want to make this video short and sweet. Any comments, I will take them now, and, etc. I hope that answers your question, Kimmy. We've been getting a lot of trolls since you haven't been in. That's literally saying that such and such is better channel. They got more subscribers. They're making money. Their information's right, and we're stealing it from them. And you can know who that was because, it's the way it is. But, I figured after my bath, I would get online for a moment to address the situation for you all to let you know what is going on and why. So, any questions or comments, please post them now. Otherwise, I will be getting ready to figure a movie out for tonight. And Kimmy, you may always email me, love, you can. Just to let you all know, tomorrow morning my Skype will be up and running for a while. If anyone wants to call me, because I have to. That has my number because I have to. Smells good. Thank you, Chloe Love. That I will be up and running early in the morning to call the bank, and then Social Security, and then my phone calls are done for Thursday. So that's my schedule. Then I will be getting online, whether Chloe goes to the grocery store or not, and I'm going to do spreadsheets and discuss current news and what's going on in the world. So look for my live stream then. And just another announcement for you all is if you come to my channel and you troll, I got plenty of moderators that will basically kick you all out who wants to troll for the fact that we don't want you to come in here and troll. We're all having conversation about pandemic, stockpiling groceries, what's going on in the world, and so forth. Not about trolls coming in to say such and such said this or such and such said that. I don't care. Frankly, I don't give a shit. You want to cause trouble? The moderators have the right to boot you. Or I will do it myself if one of my moderators haven't done it personally. What's the big announcement? The big announcement is I will be doing updated videos on the second stimulus if it comes. Unfortunately, the other announcement is I'm not making any updated videos on anything stimulus related currently because the YouTube market, as I call it, or the YouTube channels are saturated with too much falsities, and I'm not going to post anything because I find a lot of these dipshits don't know what they're talking about, Mr. Kyle. And I thank you for tuning in tonight to ask that question because, frankly, like I said, I'm getting tired of people basically going around and posting the same fucking questions and not watching my videos and asking about second stimuluses. There is none. The order is dead on arrival to the Republicans. Plain and simple. The president wants to not extend unemployment insurance. He wants everyone back to work. He wants to get reelected, and he doesn't give a shit if any citizens pass away. So I'm only doing major announcements if there is something new after Memorial Day into June if there is a second stimulus. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. Yes, well, if you see the girl above you, Kyle, BBS, I want to call her BB-8 because Star Wars. I love Kimmy dearly. Kimmy's probably blushing right now, but we're trying to wonder why some of you haven't gotten your SSDI. A lot of people with SSDI hasn't had it. The only thing I can think of is check your mailbox. If you haven't, download or set up, I'll get you the link. It's called USPS, United States Postal Service Informed Delivery. And what that do is it'll tell you if any treasury checks go into your mailbox. Now, the other thing I wanted to say to you, since you are the first person that said this tonight, and I'm feeling very generous tonight and not very cranky or upset, I want to say with the bottom of my heart, if you're on SSDI, do you have any late child support or do you owe child support? Because that's one of the number one reasons people aren't getting their checks is child support. So I wanted to bring that out again. If you have child support, you ain't getting shit. The second thing is I want to bring up, and I forgot to mention, is I've been reading some information. Kimmy can correct me if I'm wrong. That's why Kimmy's here. She's also a great moderator, and I love her dearly, is that some of the people that got their money put on to direct deposit said they never got their check. And then when they got their statement, it turns out that they got their check, but creditors went in without them knowing and took their check out. And so they didn't get a dime. So some states are protecting the stimulus money, others aren't. So it all depends on who you owe money to. I know, a big news, you know. That's one of the reasons why we're having some banking issues with me and Chloe, okay? The reason for it is Chloe's got a retro check on paper. We have a joint bank account. We're not going to put it in there because, you know, I've had a couple creditors try to do some stuff to me, and my lawyer took care of it. Unfortunately, I don't want Chloe's retro check. The burger's over. Now we should go. I don't want Chloe's retro check to be taken. So, you know, do you have any children, Kyle? That's something I want to ask you before I go. Because if you have children, that's probably why. Now, like I said in my video, the Admiral also says that some people don't got their child payments, you know, and they're saying to check next year when you file again, you'll get your stimulus then. And this is because the IRS is basically delaying it, or the government, in my opinion, turned around and spent more money on bailing out Wall Street and airlines than giving the people with children money. So it could be something like that. They're delaying it. They're also delaying people, using people as a scapegoat, in my opinion. Take it as a grain of salt. And that's why they're not giving a second stimulus due to the fact they want everything trickled down first. And if it takes till September, well, it's almost election time. So, anyways, my kids have been paid for about 10 years now. Okay, so your kids are taken care of. So, like I said, I don't know why, Kyle, you haven't got your check. I know, as I said in the beginning of this short video, moderator Miss Baker hasn't gotten hers. someone else I know, moderator Sutton, her dad, last time I heard, didn't get his, and he filed through H&R Block. So it's been a conundrum of why some people are getting it, some people haven't. Like I said, some people on SSI will be getting prepaid Visa cards. Some are getting paper, and direct deposit apparently is done, and Direct Express is done. So if it isn't paper, and I'm not an expert on SSI when it comes to stimuluses, I don't give a shit. So if you really are interested in, go find a YouTube channel that has SSI, but there's plenty out there. But for me, I'm not dealing with going and looking up videos to post because, frankly, my information, a couple of my opinions are my opinions, but everything else is, completely and thoroughly accurate, And so that is something I want to say. Now, the big announcement, like I said, is, again, so I can wrap this up, is simple and sweet, that basically, when all these people go back to work and all these people basically find out there's no second stimulus, that's why we're not focusing on a second stimulus, and all the content peters out, then we might be able to ride this to start better content for talking about the pandemic, which I'm working on content right now, making some notes to discuss things. I've had people ask me, what do you do during a pandemic? How do you survive during a pandemic? What do you buy during a pandemic? And these are things that should be literally addressed while you're in a pandemic, because frankly, we're in a pandemic, and if this spikes, the government will shut down a second time. Same with the freaking states. The second stimulus will be guaranteed, I guess, and then we're all sitting around waiting for whatever, So, whoops, that's the wrong bottle. I'm going to take some ibuprofen tonight for my arthritis. The weather's changing, so I just thought I would share that with you all because, frankly, I literally need some for my arthritis. So, anyone have anything, you guys can email me. Some of you have my email address, so send me an email if you have any questions, concerns, or if you have anything to discuss. I'm going to set a website up also soon to help out anyone who needs information on what to do during the stimulus, during the pandemic. I mean, the stimulus is done, okay? That's why I haven't done many videos, because there's too many videos out there, and frankly, 99.9% of them are lying BSers trying to get clicks and con you and say, oh, yes, we're going to get a second, and we're not. Literally, the Republicans have put their foot down, and they're not. So, if you guys think that, then go somewhere else and post comments about that, because there is no more stimulus money. Literally, the Democrats have a long list, a laundry list that they want to do, and the Republicans are saying no, no, no. And so it's basically a complicated issue. So, with that said, everyone, I hope you find this video to be informative, less than 30 minutes long, or about 30 minutes long. And so I will give you a couple more minutes to ask questions, and I'm out. I'm going to have dinner and put a movie in. I'm out completely because, frankly, I'm tired. And, these videos should be short, but when I do a live stream, it's talking about pandemic and news and everything. So I get up, I have coffee, I do everything I can to be a good host and continue it with anyone who wants to ask questions about one time through about payments. If someone else comes in, they can ask, but I don't want to keep having the same content over and over and over, asking the same question, because of it, like I said. Now, if you go to other sites and you see people posting, go pester your Congress for another stimulus, don't. You're not going to get one. And two is, if you're just pushing for a stimulus because you don't want to work, or you're too fucking lazy because you spent your first stimulus on TVs and everything else, and you're afraid you're going to go hungry because this might blow up and the government might close their doors again, then I'm going to say this. I warned you. So, with that said, I hope you guys understand my motives for this video. I want to make very crystal clear, I'm not doing any content unless it's about pandemics. And second stimuluses will come only if it's on the table and they're actually working on it for both parties. If they're not, and there's nothing on the table for us, then I'm not posting it. There's other things to post, because this ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And so I figured it was time I do an updated video to tell you. And that if anyone comes to my channel to troll and says such and such said this, I got enough moderators to basically back me up to get rid of all of you. So I'm not tolerating it. You want to go and cause trouble, go somewhere else, because we're a loving community that just wants to look after our own disabled and elderly people that need to survive in this pandemic, and not having people talk about such and such said this. I don't care. I don't care, and I don't give a shit. So, with that said, everyone, any more comments or questions? Or may I take my leave and watch a movie? All right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your short video. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe button. It's wholesome fun even for the family, including your dogs and your cats and your bunnies. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hit the like and subscribe button, the bell notification for new content. And I will see you later. God bless you in everything you do.